All right, let's jump right into this explainer. If you own a website today, you're suddenly dealing with a massive flood of new invisible visitors. Some of them want to give you credit and send you traffic, while others just want to silently harvest your data to train their massive language models for absolutely free. Navigating this new reality is super tricky, but thankfully, we have a clear map. Today, we're going to systematically break down a geo-friendly Robots.txt template created by Verti Group International. This text file is essentially the bouncer at the door of your website, and we're going to learn exactly how to give it the right instructions for the AI era. This exact quote from the Verti Group International template is basically the master strategy for protecting your modern website. It sets up 3 distinct goals that sound simple but require some real precision to execute. First, you absolutely cannot afford to lose your traditional search traffic, and you definitely want those new AI engines to cite your work. Second, you want to firmly shut the door on bots that are just using your hard work as free training data. And third, you can't be so aggressive with your blocking that you accidentally break the way your links look when people share them on social media. It's a delicate balancing act for sure, but it is completely achievable.
So, what does a geo-friendly approach actually mean for your code? Well, GEO stands for Generative Engine Optimization. At its core, a geo-friendly strategy is all about discrimination, in a good way. It's a setup that intentionally separates these generative engine bots into 2 very distinct categories. On one side, you have the good guys, the bots crawling your site to answer a live user's question and provide a clickable citation back to you. On the other side, you have the pure AI training scrapers that just swallow your data, bake it into their models, and never send you a dime or a visitor. Recognizing that difference is the absolute core of this entire strategy.
Here is our agenda for the explainer today. 1. The geo strategy. 2. Traditional search engines. 3. AI retrieval and answers. 4. Blocking AI training crawlers. And 5. Social link previews. Let's get right to it. Starting off with Section 1, the geo strategy, establishing the baseline rules. The template sets its foundational starting point with a universal wildcard command. See that little asterisk? That means all user agents. And the allow / means they're allowed to crawl the entire site. You're basically saying, hey, by default, the front door is wide open. And this is a really crucial failsafe. Instead of trying to guess every single good bot on the internet and letting them in one by one, you set an open baseline first. Once the door is open to the general public, then you can start applying your strict VIP lists and your ban lists.
Moving right along to Section 2, traditional search engines, the VIPs who always get in.
Now, even though we literally just opened the door to everyone with that wildcard, the template explicitly lists legacy crawlers like Googlebot, Bingbot, Applebot, and DuckDuckBot, giving them all a specific allow command. You might be wondering, why do that if the wildcard already lets them in? Well, it's about absolute certainty. These traditional search engines are the lifeblood of most websites' visibility. By explicitly naming them, you guarantee that no matter what complex, crazy rules you add further down the file, these essential VIPs always get full access to crawl and index your pages.
Next up is Section 3, AI retrieval and answers, the geo-critical new VIPs. Here's where it gets really interesting. Bots pulling live data to cite your website and AI answers absolutely must be kept wide open. We're talking about OAI-SearchBot and ChatGPT User from OpenAI, alongside PerplexityBot and Perplexity User. These guys operate totally differently than traditional search. When a user asks ChatGPT or Perplexity a question, these specific bots sprint out across the web in real time, read your content, bring the answer back, and most importantly, they provide a footnote or a link back to your site. This is modern traffic generation. If you block these bots, you are literally erasing yourself from the conversational AI landscape.
And it's not just OpenAI. The template ensures that other major players in the generative space are explicitly welcomed too. Claude SearchBot and Claude User from Anthropic, Duck AssistBot, and Meta External Fetcher are all given a free pass with the allow command. The strategy is to be comprehensive. You want these bots pulling answers and providing you with those valuable citations across all the major platforms. Because let's face it, as people shift from typing keywords into a search bar to asking complex questions to AI assistants, these are the bots that will ensure your business or your research is actually included in those answers.
This brings us to a vital comparison at the very heart of the geo-friendly philosophy. On one side, we have our AI answer citations. We allow these because it's a fair exchange of value, right? They get an answer for their user, we get traffic and links. But on the other side, we have pure AI training crawlers. These bots just want to ingest your entire website into their massive databases so their AI models can learn to speak, write, and reason, all without ever citing you.
That is not a fair exchange. So we disallow them to prevent that free data scraping. Which leads perfectly into Section 4, blocking AI training crawlers, opting out of free data extraction. Now, before we hit the block list, there's a really important note right in the code comments. It clearly states that opting out of training crawlers does not affect your search rankings or AI answer citations. It only stops future model training. I know this is a huge point of anxiety for webmasters. People are terrified that if they block an AI bot, they're going to vanish from Google. But that is simply not how it works anymore. The tech companies have separated their crawling bots. The bot that indexes you for a search engine is literally a different piece of software than the bot that scrapes you for model training. So to shut the door on those massive training scrapers, we firmly slap a disallow command on them. Take GPTBot, for example. That's OpenAI's scraper for training future versions of GPT. Then look at Google Extended and AppleBot Extended. Remember earlier when we explicitly allowed Googlebot and AppleBot? This is exactly why. Googlebot gives you search traffic, Google Extended just takes your data for training. By separating them in your robots file, you get to keep your search rankings while safely opting out of the extraction. We've also got CCBot on this list, which is the massive common crawl bot that feeds countless open-source AI projects. And the disallow list continues pretty aggressively. The template blocks ByteSpader, AmazonBot, Meta External Agent, Cohere AI, and DiffBot. Actually, notice Meta External Agent there. Just a minute ago, we allowed Meta External Fetcher to ensure citations worked. But the agent bot? That one is just for training, so it gets the block. Applying these specific disallow commands ensures your original content, your research, your proprietary data, whatever makes your website valuable, isn't just absorbed for free into the linguistic blender of future AI models. You're taking back control. All right, last section, Section 5, social link previews, keeping the ambassadors active. You know what happens when someone pastes a link into a chat or a social feed, and instead of a nice image and a catchy headline, it's just a blank, ugly gray box? Yeah, that happens when a robots file accidentally blocks social crawlers. To prevent this, the template states you must always keep TwitterBot, Facebook External Hit, LinkedIn Bot, and Discord Bot firmly on the allow list. These bots aren't indexing you for search, and they definitely aren't training AI. They literally just fetch the thumbnail and title so that when a human being shares your URL, it renders beautifully and actually encourages people to click.
To cap the file off, we have one final vital instruction, the sitemap URL. By placing this right at the very bottom, you're giving all those permitted VIP bots directions. Instead of making them wander aimlessly through your site's navigation, the sitemap hands them a neatly organized blueprint of every single page you want them to read. It's basically the ultimate hospitality for the bots you actually invited into the building, helping them efficiently crawl your domain.
Now, there is one absolutely critical warning in the header notes that we cannot ignore. You must adjust this template per client before publishing. As incredibly robust as the starting point is, every single business has unique needs. Maybe you have a specific staging folder you need to hide. Or hey, maybe you actually want your data scraped for open source AI training because you run a public data comments. The point is, your robots file is a live piece of your security and marketing strategy. Don't just blindly copy and paste. Review the logic and tailor it to fit your specific goals. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to check your own code today. Look at the root of your domain and ask yourself, is your robots file ready for the AI era? Or are you just giving all your